Hi, in John chapter 15 verse 5 it says this. This is Jesus speaking. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. And so Jesus says, remain. Sometimes to simply stay, to remain, can be one of the hardest things to do in life. It can be harder to stay put sometimes, to stay in the place that we're in, than to run away or find something new or find something fancy. And so Jesus is saying to us to remain. Staying in Jesus isn't boring or mundane, but he's encouraging us to stay with him, in him, to stick it out in your faith with him, even when it gets hard, even when things might not look the way we want them to do. Jesus is calling us to remain in him, in his presence. And that comes with a promise. He says that we will bear much fruit. He's talking about kingdom fruit, but he's also talking about the fruitfulness of our lives. He's not saying everything will be easy and fun all the time, but he's saying if you remain in me, if you stick it out in me, then your life will be fruitful. Not just, the odd apple or pear, but it will be something that bears much fruit. It's the kind of life that we want to live, is the kind of life that Jesus is saying can be accessed through remaining in him. But it's a choice. Jesus always gives us choice. He doesn't force anyone to follow him. But like all choices, there's consequences. If we remain in him, we bear much fruit. If we choose to be apart from him, then Jesus says the consequence of that is that we can do nothing. It might not look like nothing, especially through the eyes of this world. It might look big and fancy and significant. But Jesus, the eternal one, who sees from the beginning to the very end, his assessment of what we can accomplish apart from him, that remains, that's of worth, is nothing. And so my encouragement for you today is to stick it out with Jesus, to remain in him, to anchor in him, to abide in him, so that your life might be fruitful. If you've kind of parted ways with him, then my encouragement is to plant yourself back in him, to return to that place of fruitfulness. And so may you, by God's grace today, be given the strength to remain in Jesus and be fruitful. Amen. And God bless.